Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I have a new type of lesson that I'm starting with my first grader. And it's kind of a mixture of form drawing and the Arabic letters. So let's get into it. Originally this video was going to be the full version and it wasn't going to be muted and it was going to be the full length, which was exactly 30 minutes. But my audio was just really poor. So I decided to do a voiceover. We're doing a crayon drawing of the chalk drawing that I drew of Prince Alif. Now, in the description, I'll try to include the story that I made, the original story I made for Prince Alif. I'm kind of trying to follow the Waldorf philosophy in the sense of introducing things with a story. My son, my first grader, does know his Arabic letters, but since I'm new to Waldorf, I wanted to kind of reintroduce them to him with stories. So I made up my own stories, and they're not amazing stories, but they are original. And so you can use the stories yourself or make your own stories for the Arabic letters. What I'm planning on doing is kind of like a 3-part lesson, which is the first day is the introduction to the story. The second day is the Arabic letter that is selected for the lesson, which in this case is Alif. We would do kind of like form drawings of Alif, because I found that the Arabic letters themselves are kind of similar to form drawing. They're very, curvy, and then there's very straight lines and some dots and just beautiful patterns. And so that's how I came up with this idea. The first day would be the introduction to the story. I would do a chalkboard drawing, and then that would be independent without my child being there. And then I would show him the chalkboard drawing and introduce him to the story. The next day, we would do exercises of that letter. So we would do the letter itself, just draw, the Arabic letter Alif. Since Alif is basically a straight line, we would do exercises kind of practicing straight lines. The third day would be what we're doing now in this video, which is the drawing of Prince Alif using our Stockmar and honey stick crayons. Our crayon drawings of the chalkboard drawings would be in a separate book. And our exercises of the Arabic letter will be in a separate main lesson book. That's my plan, and I hope that this will bring benefit to some people that are, trying to mix Arabic with the Waldorf philosophy. These stories that I come up with are not, amazing stories, as I said before, but I try to kind of have moral to the story. My son seems to have enjoyed the story of Prince Alif. I did my best. I'm not a great storyteller, but, the point is that hopefully it will help him to reinforce his memory of the Arabic letters, since Arabic is not our first language. In this lesson, basically, as you can see, we were doing our bordering and just very basic forms. We draw Prince Alif just being basically a straight line with, a little head and some shoes and a crown. When I came up with Prince Alif, the reason why I came up with it is that I want to have an association, I want the letter to have an association with the Arabic word. So Prince in Arabic is Amir, and Amir starts with Alif. So that's how I came up with Prince Alif. And also I made Prince Alif red because in Arabic red is Ahmar, which also starts with Alif. So I will include the story in the description. So if you do want to do these, then please feel free to tell the story to your children. We already actually did the lesson with Alif and all the straight lines that we were practicing, but I had some technical issues with it, so I don't know if I will upload it or not. And also the chalk drawing, I did actually have that as well, and I never ended up posting it, the chalk drawing of me doing Prince Alif, and I think I accidentally deleted it. This is not a very great start to my series of this Arabic letters, but I will try to be more professional and film the chalk drawing of me doing the next letters and also the actual lesson. Also, a disclaimer is I'm very new to the Waldorf philosophy and I'm not fully diving into it wholeheartedly because I am, kind of skeptical of some of the practices of Waldorf. So basically my whole channel is about Waldorf-inspired learning, and it is not fully Waldorf, and I am just new to this whole thing. So it's kind of my own version of Waldorf. There's many things that I love about Waldorf, and there are many things that in my own beliefs I am against. And so I just still hope that this might be beneficial to some families. I will have a video detailing why I chose to do Waldorf in my homeschool, well, at least Waldorf-inspired homeschooling, and the pros and cons that I find with it. I will also explain my past experience with other homeschooling curriculums. If you do want to come on this journey with me, I'd really appreciate your support. Please consider subscribing, and if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. So this is my son's completed drawing, and I'm so proud of him, and it looks amazing for his first drawing lesson. And so this was mine, and this is the chalkboard drawing. So I hope you found this video beneficial, and if you like this video, please consider subscribing, and as always, thanks for watching.